religious and ethnic violence. The United States Secretary of State, Michael Pompeo, made the call in Washington, D.C. during a joint meeting briefing he had with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, after the United States-Nigeria Bi-National Commission meeting. Pompeo made the call amidst increasing attacks by Boko Haram insurgents on aid workers and residents of the Northeast, as well as the rising killings by bandits in other parts of the country, particularly Niger, Zamfara, and Katsina states. The Senate and the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, have met to harmonize positions on the implementation of a community policing policy that will involve governors, traditional institutions, and groups in the provision of security. The Inspector General of Police, in an interview with journalists after the meeting, confirmed that the police was convinced that they need to involve the states, local governments, and traditional institutions to tackle the menace. The President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, also confirmed that the Senate agreed to formulate a legislative initiative that would legalize the implementation. You're on to news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Let's now talk some pension and labor stories around the world. Oyo State government and the organized labor have reached an agreement on the 30,000 naira minimum wage passed into law by the federal government in 2019. A statement signed by Taiwo Adisa, the chief press secretary to the governor of Oyo State, Enjinashi Makinde, confirmed that the pact was reached following a meeting between the state government's delegation and the organized labor. Secretary to the government of Oyo State, Olu Bamiwo Adioshun, who chaired the state's minimum wage implementation committee, broke the news of the pact reached between labor and Oyo State government. The chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC in Oyo State, Comrade Bayo Titilola Sodo, stated that the agreement reached would see the least paid worker in the state earn 30,000 naira. Meanwhile, Ogun State government and organized labor have agreed on the payment of 30,500 naira minimum wage for workers in the state. Both parties also agreed on the consequential adjustment of 27% for grade level 07, 20% for grade level 08, 19% for grade level 09, and 14% for grade level 15. Speaking after signing the MOU, the head of service commended the organized labor for their support and understanding within the past 8 weeks of negotiation and thanked the governor for the gesture. In another development, pensioners in Ondo State have hailed Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for the implementation and payment of 33% increment in their allowances. Elder Adedapo Salami, the acting chairman of Nigeria Union of Pensioners NUP in the state, gave the commendation in Akure during a press conference. Salami said that pensioners were happy when the state government started the implementation of the 33% increment, which was approved in 2010 and implemented in 2014 by the federal government. The ban on commercial motorcycles, popularly called Okada, and tricycles, also known as Keke Napep, has continued to generate tension as police officers and Okada riders clashed in Iyana Ikpaja area of Lagos State. Men of the Lagos State Task Force were at Iyana Ikpaja to enforce the ban on Okada from plying the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway when the fracas occurred. It was gathered that the task force officials had fired gunshots in the air to scare away the protesters, but the protesters burned tires on the highway in protest of the ban on Okada. Meanwhile, some residents of Ibadan have been speaking on the ban of Okada in Lagos. The respondents, in separate interviews with our correspondent Olajumoke Bobola, said the ban was not well thought of as it would increase the hardship on Lagosians. But there were also those who welcomed the ban, saying it will reduce accidents.
Because if they went to other states to work now, Okada already did for that state. It's increasing more problems. If each problem comes, they're supposed to come together on a round table and settle the matter. It's not to hold Okada people like they're not a human being anymore. Most of them is a graduate who went to university. That's no work for them. And they can't stay in the house. Because if you stay in the house, let me say thief come with that. Because hungry, Bele don't know whether you are working or not. But when you are hungry, even anybody who cross you, he can hit you better.
I witnessed many Okada accidents in Lagos or transferred to Ibadan. Many of them died. So I'm fully support of people. It is people that voted you in. The so-called rich people, they don't normally come out to vote. It is only these poor people that you are treating like an animal that casted their vote for you.
The respondents, however, agreed that the ban would lead to influx of Okada riders into Oyo State and may lead to security issues, urging the state government to be proactive. You're still on to news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM, Ibadan. Now to some other stories. The Malawian President Peter Mutharika has accused the country's constitutional court of attacking democracy. The court annulled the result of the election last May, of which Mutharika was declared winner. Judges said there had been vote tampering and correction fluid was used to alter the results. Health officials in Ghana are investigating 2 suspected cases of coronavirus in the capital, Accra. The suspected cases involve 2 men, a Chinese national and an Argentine national, who lived together but traveled on different dates from China. They reported themselves to the emergency unit of LAOLU Teaching Hospital after being turned away by an unnamed private-owned clinic. The secretary of the Ghana Medical Association in Accra, Dr. William Barr, said both patients have been quarantined as their blood samples are being analyzed. Meanwhile, a Chinese newborn has been diagnosed with the new coronavirus just 30 hours after birth, the youngest case recorded so far. The baby was born in Wuhan, the epicenter of the virus. The baby's mother tested positive before she gave birth. It is unclear, however, how the disease was transmitted in the womb or after birth. Only a handful of children have come down with the virus, which has killed 563 people and infected 28,018. According to a report, the baby was now in a stable condition and under observation. President Donald Trump has been cleared in his impeachment trial, ending a congressional bid to remove him from office that bitterly divided the United States. The Senate, run by the president's fellow Republicans, voted to acquit him 52 to 48 on charges of abuse of power and 53 to 47 on obstruction to Congress. He will become the first impeached president to seek re-election. A passenger plane landing at an airport in Istanbul has skidded off the runway and broken into 3 parts, killing 3 people and injuring 179 others, officials say. The Pegasus airline jet was carrying 177 passengers and 6 crew members from Izmir province in the west when it crashed at Sabiha Gökçen Airport. The Boeing 737 was trying to land in heavy tailwinds and rain. The airport was closed and flights diverted after the accident. You're still on to news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. We'll be back with entertainment and sports stories. Actor Kirk Douglas, whose Hollywood career spanned 7 decades, has died aged 103. The stage and screen actor was well known for a range of roles, including the 1960 classic Spartacus, in which he played the Tertulia character. Born in New York in 1916, he rose to prominence during Hollywood's golden age, earning the first Oscar nomination for the 1949 film Champion. He was also the father of Oscar-winning actor Michael Douglas. Manchester United's new boy, Odion Ighalo, has been set a challenge to score 15 goals this season by fans after giving his first interview at the club. The forward has joined from Chinese side Shanghai Shenhua on loan until the end of the season. Ighalo's deal was secured on transfer deadline day, leaving pundits stunned. But the 30-year-old has revealed it is a dream come true in his first interview as a United player. Speaking on the club's official Twitter channel, he said he never thought it would happen, but dreams do come true. Now listen to this. Keep rodents away from your home. Embrace personal and environmental hygiene to avoid the spread of Lassa fever and coronavirus. That ends the news around the world on Pensioners 106.7. But before we go, we'll take another look at the major stories. The United States has advised the Nigerian government to do more in protecting Nigerians and humanitarian organizations that are assisting the country in the face of activities of insurgents, religious and ethnic violence. Health officials in Ghana are investigating 2 suspected cases of coronavirus in the capital, Accra. President Donald Trump has been cleared in his impeachment trial at the Senate. And in sports, Manchester United's new player Odion Ighalo has been set a challenge to score 15 goals this season by fans after giving his first interview at the club. That ends the news, and for more information, contact us on 080-1200-86270 or 080-2237-3535, or visit us at Oyo State Pensioners House, Agbarigo, Onireke, Ibadan. The news editor is Yetunde Oke, assisted by Michael Adiemo. On behalf of the entire production crew, I am LAOLU. OLATUNBOSUN. Thanks for listening. Good afternoon.
Pensioners FM. This is Africa's model. Pensioners FM. This is Africa's model.
Did you say coronavirus? Yes, coronavirus. A new killer disease now ravaging the world started from China. Even World Health Organization has declared it a global health challenge. To prevent the outbreak and spread of coronavirus, make healthy living a habit. Ensure a clean and healthy environment. Wash your hands always with soap, ash and water. Avoid direct contact with animals with your bare hands. Our butchers ensure only healthy and well certified animals and poultry products are being served the public. When you notice any change in your body system, contact your doctor or nearest health center. Liberate yourself from the outbreak and spread of coronavirus. Healthy living is the antidote. This message is from Pensioners 106.7 FM, Agbarigo, Onireke, Ibadan, the voice of liberation.
It's a new year, a new deal, a big profitable deal just for you. To drive your business, church, mosque, traditional festival, and that annual event, courtesy Pensioners 106.7 FM, Government Ministries. agencies and parastatals, corporate organizations, entrepreneurs, traders, artisans, individuals, government at all levels. This is what I've been waiting for. Pensioners FM pocket-friendly advert bumper package is your best bet. Grab it now. Enjoy unparalleled, widest publicity. Sweet, delicious, and great taste. Ooh la la. Come and taste it. Visit Pensioners FM Marketing Department today at Oyo State Pensioners House, your popular Africa Smooth at Agbarigo Onireke Ibadan. Call the marketing team on 080 21 29 89 13 or 080 34 78 28 88. Patronize Pensioners 106.7 FM today. Enjoy at discounted rate. Pensioners FM 106.7, the voice of liberation.
Pensioners Global Ventures, Oyo State Pensioners House at Barigo Onireke Ibadan. Calling. Our event center located at the ground floor of our Africa's model building in a serene, strategic and conducive commercial hub of Ibadan is second to none. Spacious, comfortable and decent for your next engagement or party. At Pensioners Global Ventures Event Center, we have uninterrupted electricity supply with dedicated transformer, facilities for live transmission on Pensioners Radio, standby generator, public address system, as well as conference halls for meetings, seminars, and training workshops. Our ICT center is powered by the Polytechnic Ibadan, where you can be trained in networking, desktop publishing, graphics training, system repairs, to mention but a few. All of these at affordable cost. Telephone 080